All right, welcome to our Next NYC Company Spotlight. I'm here with my co-host Eric. We are excited to put our spotlight on a company that has been featured in our newsletter before, about 6 years ago. Uh, Bowie, can you tell us a little bit about Pepper and what it does?
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. And it was what a crazy story 6 years ago. That was you met us when we were just getting the company off the ground before we'd even shipped any product. And part of the origin story ended up helping out local independent food distributors during COVID in New York City when everything hit and helping them out with home delivery. And really, what a crazy way to kick off the journey. Today, we are the leading technology platform for independent distributors. And so what does that mean? Independent food distribution, if you think about all of the restaurants, grocery stores, convenience stores, where as consumers, we all purchase our food, there's 25,000 food distributors in the country. And these are businesses, warehouses and trucks and help food get from the point of the grower or the farmer or the manufacturer to the retail location. It's an industry that moves about $1.4 trillion in wholesale volume every single year. The most well-known food distributors are these very large national food distributors like Sysco, US Foods. On retail side, KE, UNFI. But the reality is 2/3 of the market, about $1 trillion in wholesale spend, moves through 25,000 independent food distributors. And these are the businesses that primarily supply independent restaurants, small chain grocery stores, convenience stores. And it's kind of the heart of innovation and the backbone for the food supply chain. And these businesses in particular historically haven't had the resources to significantly invest in modern technology to run their business. And especially today in the era of AI, more than ever, it's critical to run a high quality business and to provide a high quality customer experience. And so that's where Pepper comes into play. We build the end-to-end technology platform to help independent distributors go to market and offer the best experience for their customers to grow more efficiently. And we do that by leveraging AI and all the latest technologies and building the specific tools that they need to get leverage from these technologies in their business.
That's super interesting. Great to hear like the technology overlay to, a business that you wouldn't normally associate with a ton of technology and innovation like that. So you guys are definitely at the forefront. You mentioned earlier that the pandemic played a key part of your origin story, if you will. Can you share a little bit more about how that timing impacted the start of your company and future growth?
Yeah, it was a crazy time because we had just gotten up and running. And one thing that we knew was food distribution is this critical pillar of the overall US economy. There are a lot of independent food distributors out there that we had already spent time with and gotten to know. And we knew that there were a lot of opportunities to create value for them and help them offer better experience by building the right technologies, but we didn't know what we were going to build yet. We were in this kind of exploratory early phase of building building a business. And when COVID hit and restaurants weren't open and weren't ordering anymore, many independent food distributors got into home delivery. It was just a way to make use of the inventory that was already in stock. And there was a need because all the grocery stores in New York at the time were shut down. And so we helped them spin up websites and run customer support and provide kind of like an Instacart like service, which is awkward in some ways because these are businesses that are driving kind of box trucks and not cars that deliver food and selling products by the case rather than the individual quantities. At the time, so that was in the summer of 2020 when the economy started to rebound, start to come out of shutdown and restaurants started to open up again. Two things started to happen. One, distributors started to bring back their employees. But they're also thinking about, all right, as there's still a lot of uncertainty in markets. How do I bring my business back online, but do it as efficiently as possible and be as thoughtful as I can be about managing my expenses as I open up. And so one of the more expensive day-to-day, one of the more important day-to-day expenses with running a food distributor is manual order entry. It is just a big part of the business. Most of their customers at the time were ordering by voicemail or texting an order to a sales rep, and they would be doing this on a daily basis. And so we took the concept of consumer grade e-commerce and created a B2B e-commerce experience that chefs or department managers at a grocery store could use to browse the catalog and order from the food distributor. And kind of right away, that concept was proved to be very easy for the end customer to adopt and provide a lot of operational leverage for the food distributor. And so that was really the start of our the product that Pepper sells to food distributors today.
So you just raised this new round, and first of all, congrats. I'm curious,
Thanks.
what do you think the key to the pitch was that landed this capital? And also, like, how did you come to connect with your lead investors?
One of the really exciting things that's been happening in the food distribution industry is technological awakening. This has already been happening over the 5 years, and it's accelerated in a big way with the explosion of AI. And where Pepper is well positioned is as the primary technology partner to the businesses that we work with. We're going to be the company that builds out the AI solutions that they get leverage from in their business. And so when we think about applications of AI in this industry, there's the general assistant apps and kind of prosumer apps like the granolas of the world that all white collar workers, everyone is going to use. But this is also one of those industries where the day-to-day workflows are so high value. There's a lot of risk involved. The level of accuracy needs to be very, very high, and the business is very, very complex. The deployments are just going to be more complex, require a high level of maintenance. And these businesses don't stay static over time. They evolve over time. So the deployments need to adapt with the business. And that's the kind of thing that's only going to be possible with third-party support. So that one of the motivations for the fundraise is to make sure that we can continue to be the technology partner of choice. And we've got the latitude to invest in all the AI first solutions that this industry is going to rely on in the future.
Awesome. And congrats again from me on the raise. Maybe you could talk a little bit about like some particular goals you may have with the new raise and maybe any new hires you might plan on filling and key roles you're looking to fill as your growth journey continues.
So one of the important set of developments over the last couple of years for Pepper has been migrating from how we started as an e-commerce platform for food distributors to the multi-platform product that we are today. Today we sell 5 products. Our storefront product, which is kind of the original e-commerce on a mobile app and on websites for food distributors. We've got a module for the sales rep, which is the most important job in a food distribution business is the sales rep. They're like general managers for a territory. And we've got a product that is kind of the one place that you go to manage your territory, and it's called Sales Hub. We've got an agentic product for the order desk, which is kind of the internal team that takes voicemails, PDFs, text messages, and punches in orders late at night before the trucks go out in the morning. That's Order Agent. We've got a product called Finance Hub, which is focused on it's embedded payment processing, so that if you're a restaurant operator, you kind of manage your wallet and you can manage your bills the same way that you and I might for a Chase credit card on the Chase website, and also a portfolio of tools for the finance team to collect overdue bills more easily. And then a module called Growth Agent, which is about creating targeted campaigns to grow new products. And so the reason I'm sharing that background is a big part of our investment right now in our focus is continuing the evolution of Pepper from being originally a single point solution and then a second product, a third product, but truly becoming the end-to-end platform that our customers can rely on, because there's a lot of interconnected value between these different products. And when you can get them all from a single vendor like Pepper, it takes away a lot of the integration risk that is a challenge for these businesses. And so to continue to build out that end-to-end platform and to be first to market with the most highest leverage AI solutions that can create value for our customers, that's the kind of the big focus this year.
Just out of curiosity, how's your employee base distributed? Are you in remote?
So about 30% of our team is in person between New York City and Toronto, where we've got offices, and the rest it is spread out across the U.S. and Canada. So we're primarily a remote team with a little bit of in-office presence.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, listen, congrats again on all the success. It's fun to see the growth and development of the company, and certainly a really interesting space. And we both wish you the best of luck and continued success.
Awesome. Appreciate that, guys. Nice to reconnect.